Am I buying the Florida State hype? Are they ready? Yeah, they're ready. The problem is that you got to be ready to beat Clemson because Clemson runs the conference. Have they done enough to overtake Clemson? I'm not sure. They didn't last year when they had them at home. Why should we be so quick to just say like, hey, Florida State. I love Florida State. I can like them. They're in my top 10. But I can accurately say they aren't to the level of even two of their first four opponents. One of them being a conference opponent in Clemson, that game at Clemson. Remember their win streak, Florida State's win streak? Happened late, like the last 6. Those teams were not good. You know how I know that? Blowout win against Georgia Tech, 5-7. Miami, 5-7. Syracuse, 7-6, but they lost 6 of their last 7. Louisiana Lafayette, they were sub 500. And they had 1-score wins over Florida, sub 500 team, 6-7, and a sub 500 Oklahoma, 6-7 to finish. By the way, that Oklahoma game, that was a 1-score game late. 1-score win over Oklahoma. And you want me to anoint Florida State because they beat the worst Oklahoma team since John Blake? I can't do that. Not with Clemson still there. Not with Clemson returning their quarterback in Clay Klubnik. Not with Clemson getting better on defense. Not with Will Shipley still being there. Not with the game being in Clemson, in particular in the first month of the season. And not with Garrett Riley being the offensive coordinator at Clemson. This is the biggest move that nobody is talking about in college football. Name the last time, and I said this last week on the Top 25 podcast, name the last time that a Riley has had a poor quarterback season. Yeah, exactly. We're all waiting because it has not happened. It has not happened. They're going to be able to throw the ball. Klubnik is a really good player. Probably should have been playing the majority of the time last year. This is why Clemson is going to run the ACC. This is why I have them rated ahead of Florida State, and this is why it's not time for the Seminoles yet. I think the Seminoles are going to be a really good team. I've got them in the top 10. So this is not about me hating on Florida State. This is me accurately looking.
What do you mean by that?
At the LSU matchup, which does not favor Florida State, and the Clemson matchup, which does not favor Florida State. And I can accurately say Florida State is going to be 2-2 in their first 4 games. Now, they may go on to win 10 games, but it's not going to be a team that really competes for an ACC title. But Clemson's roster is still better than that roster at Florida State. In particular, when you look at the blue chip ratio, Clemson still got the nod.